Action.
كل اشرف مين كل اشرف مين السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Hello everyone. My name is Ahmed Uday, and today I'm going to be talking about a hotel management system that are made using Dot. I'm here today with Ashraf Imad.
Okay, salam alaikum guys. My name is Ashraf Imad, and today with my colleague here and also my friend Ahmed Tariq, I'm going to talk about our project that we made with Dart programming language, hotel management system.
And we also have Metin Yapub.
Assalamu alaikum. Hello guys, how are you? We're going to talk about hotel management system in programming with the Dart language. All right, let's start.
Okay, let's start. So in this program, we will be designing a hotel management system that allows us to view available rooms in a hotel, view reserved rooms in a hotel, change the status of a reserved room from reserved to available, and change the status of an available room from reserved to available. Now, the structure of our program today is, let me just put my PC on charge. We have created 4 files. We have the main file where the main menu is whole. We have a hotel file where we've created the class, a guest file where we've created a child class, and we've also separated the functions into another file. Now let's take a look at the main. So here, these are some objects from the hotel class that we'll be explaining in a second. Here is the main menu. As you can see, we're welcomed with a welcoming message, and it tells user to select one of the following. If it enters 1, the program will show all available rooms in the hotel. If it enters 2, it will view all the reserved rooms in the hotel. If it enters 3, you'll be able to change the status of a room from available to reserved and reserved to available. And if you enter 4, you will be able to reserve a room, and the user will be able to enter their details. Now in the void main, here, you can see we've imported the functions here, and the menu starts. Here is just an input, and the exclamation mark here is for null safety. If the input, which is integer, is 1, it will show all the available rooms. If the input equals 2, it will show the reserved rooms. If the input equals 3, it will show the room information, and it will also change the status. And if it is 4, you'll be able to enter a new guest into whatever room we have. And now in each of the if statements, we also have main, which instead of using a while loop or for loop, brings us back to the beginning of our program. Now, my team will talk about the hotel class.
All right. In hotel class, we have 2 classes. One of the classes is named hotel, and there's some columns like room number, number of rooms, balcony, floor, and others. So the below like code, it's called constructors, which hotel it's written like this dot, the name of the column, which room number, number of rooms, like that. So just go there. All right. The method, there's a function called inform, which includes a list, and the type of the list is hotel, and it goes one by one to print the columns. Then just go down.
That's it.
That's it. All right.
Yep. And now Ashraf will explain the guest class.
Okay, now here we have a file. It's a child class, of course, and we have a class that's called guest. So we extended from the hotel in the main class. So we have here a constructor, and it says the guest. So we have written it like this dot f name, this dot l name, like that, and the boolean, the integer, and we have a super here, and below it we have a method here. It's a void guest. So the program will say like that, please enter the first name and enter the last name and those other questions, and the user will input the information that's been asked about him, and the program will collect all the information and hold it. So if we go down a little bit more, yeah, here it will, where all values get put into that list here, the guest list dot add to the guest is, and here it will print the guest that's been added. And here, all the information that the program collects it from the user input, it will bring it here and print it all in here, like here, print room number and first name, last name, phone number, and etc. Now,
Okay.
Ahmed will continue functions.
And now for the last part, where we've separated the functions from the actual main file, just to make it a little bit more cleaner. This function, it allows us to see all the available rooms that we've put into the list of rooms, which we have in the main, and that which the user will input into the classes. Now, here, all we've written is if, okay, so this for loop here, it searches the list, and here it says if the item, which the item in the list, if the reserved has a value of false, a Boolean value of false, it prints the information of the room. Okay, so if it's an available room, it will show. Now here, now here is the same exact thing, but instead of the reserve being false, it shows the reserve being true, which means if the room is not available, it will print out the information. Next here, this part is for if you press number 3 to change the status of a reserved room. Now, basically what we've done is we've linked it to the list, the hotel list room. You enter a room list, which acts as an ID. Now, integer new ID equals, and then the input of the client's ID that they preserve. Then it prints change reservation. And here it just shows that this part here is for a input of Boolean. So you add true or false. And this is how you input Boolean. Now in .2.7, you can now have an input of true or false, where previously, traditionally, you would only have, numbers or letters. Now, if we go back to the code and run it, here we have to view all available rooms. If we press 1, here we will have the room, if balcony is available, what floor it's on, and the price per night. And we get sent straight back to the main menu. Second, to view all reserved rooms, it shows us room number 33, balcony yes, floor 1, price per night, $100. Now, if we want to change a reserved room, click 3. Now here we have, it shows us all the rooms in the list of hotel rooms, and we get to select one. So here we have room number 1. Say I want to change is reserved to true. So I clicked 1, and now I get to change the reservation. Now here you have to be kind of careful, because in this part you can only input true or false values. So where it was false before, I have to change it to true. And now it's finished. And now for the last part, to enter, to reserve a room. Say me, Ashraf Ahmed, want to reserve a room, +4. Enter my first name, AHMAD, last name. How many guests will stay with us? So it's me, Ashraf Ahmed, so it will be 2 other guests with me, 2 other guests with me. If it's smoker or not, I don't know, maybe Ashraf or Betty wants to smoke, so we're going to write here. We have to be careful here because
Should be Boolean, right?
it should be Boolean. Yes. If we look up to the guests, where is smoker? This dot smoker. If we can find it, Boolean here, smoker or not. So we're gonna write true.
Which
Enter
means
phone
it's
number
smoker.
123 and the password number 123, and that's it. Thank you for listening.
Thank you. Thank you for listening and watching.
Inshallah, with the power of God and everything, and the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, inshallah, will give us full marks.
Ameen.
Best teacher, thank you. Good night.